The race session is at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park in Bowmanville, Canada. Rene Robertson is first. John Astrup from New Zealand is P2. Mark Scott from Norway is third. Mac Shepherd from United Kingdom is fourth. Brian Patterson is fifth. Neil Hancock is P6. David Forsyth from Ireland is P7. David Kelsall is 8th. Richard Ogden is P9. Connor McKee from Norway is P10. Mikołaj Lawinski from Poland is 11th. Glenfield from United Kingdom is P12. Rene Robertson is first. "30 minutes remaining in the session. Race start. John Astrup is second. John Astrup is now first. Mac Shepherd is P2. Mac Shepherd lost 5th to David Kelsall. Brian Patterson in Quebec corner is P8. Brian Patterson is now P7. Richard Ogden is P8. Richard Ogden lost 8th to David Forsyth. Mikołaj Lawinski is P11. Mikołaj Lawinski passed Connor McKee for 10th. Connor McKee is 11th. Mark Scott exiting pits. John Astrup in White's corner is P12. John Astrup is now 10th. David Kelsall is 3rd, 0.2 behind Neil Hancock. Glenfield in Quebec corner is 4th, 0.5 behind David Kelsall. Brian Patterson is 5th, 0.3 behind Glenfield. Connor McKee in Moss corner is P11, 0.4 behind Mikołaj Lawinski. Glenfield is 4th, 0.1 behind David Kelsall. Brian Patterson in White's corner is 5th, 0.2 behind Glenfield. Max Shepard from United Kingdom in turn 1 is 6th, 0.4 behind Brian Patterson. John Astrop in Clayton corner is 9th, 0.3 behind David Forsyth. David Forsyth in Quebec corner is 9th, 0.1 behind John Astrop. John Astrop was 1.2 faster last lap. John Astrop in Moss corner is 8th, 0.2 behind Richard Ogden. David Forsyth in Mario Andretti straightaway is P9, 0.2 behind John Astrop. Mark Scott on lap 3 is P12 battling Mikołaj Lewiński. Mark Scott passed Mikołaj Lewiński for 11th. Glenfield in turn 1 is 3rd, 0.4 behind Neil Hancock. 25 minutes remaining in the session. Brian Patterson in Clayton corner on lap 4 is P5, 0.1 behind David Kelsall. Richard Ogden is 9th, 0.4 behind David Forsyth. Neil Hancock in Moss corner is 3rd, 0.3 behind Glenfield. Max Shepard in Mario Andretti straightaway is 5th, 0.3 behind David Kelsall. David Kelsall is 5th battling Max Shepard. Max Shepard in White's corner is P5, 0.4 behind David Kelsall. David Forsyth in turn 1 on lap 5 is P8, 0.5 behind Brian Patterson. Max Shepard is P5, 0.2 behind David Kelsall. Max Shepard lost P5 to John Astrop. Brian Patterson is P7, 0.5 behind Max Shepard. Max Shepard in Mario Andretti straightaway is 6th, 0.3 ahead of Brian Patterson. Brian Patterson in the Essies is P7, 0.1 behind Max Shepard. Max Shepard is P6, 0.1 behind David Kelsall. Brian Patterson in Clayton Corner on lap 6 is P7, 0.2 behind Max Shepard. Brian Patterson is now 6th. David Kelsall in Quebec Corner is P7, 0.4 behind Brian Patterson. Brian Patterson in Moss Corner is P6, 0.3 behind Max Shepard. Mark Scott from Norway is 10th, 0.4 behind Richard Ogden. Brian Patterson in the Essies is P6, 0.4 behind Max Shepard. Brian Patterson was 3.7 faster last lap. Mark Scott is 10th, 0.5 behind Richard Ogden. Richard Ogden in turn 1 is 10th battling Mark Scott. 20 minutes remaining in the session. Brian Patterson in Quebec Corner is 6th, 0.2 behind Max Shepard. Brian Patterson passed Max Shepard for P5. Max Shepard is 6th, 0.2 behind Brian Patterson. David Forsyth in Moss Corner is P8, 0.4 behind David Kelsall. Max Shepard is P6. Best lap is a 1:34.888. 0.788 off the fastest lap. David Forsyth in the Essies on lap 7 is P8, 0.3 behind David Kelsall. Brian Patterson in turn 1 is P5, 0.4 behind John Astrop. Brian Patterson was 0.7 faster last lap. John Astrop in Clayton Corner is 5th, 0.1 behind Brian Patterson. Max Shepard is P6. John Astrop in Mario Andretti straightaway is 5th, 0.3 ahead of Max Shepard. John Astrop was 0.5 faster last lap. Max Shepard is 6th battling John Astrop. Neil Hancock entering the pits is P3. John Astrop in White's Corner is P5, 0.3 behind Brian Patterson. John Astrop is now 4th. Neil Hancock exiting pits. David Forsyth from Ireland in turn 1 is 8th, 0.5 behind Neil Hancock. David Forsyth passed Neil Hancock for P7. Neil Hancock is 8th, 0.3 ahead of Mark Scott. Neil Hancock lost P8 to Mark Scott. John Astrop in Moss Corner is P4, 0.4 behind Brian Patterson. Mark Scott is 8th, 0.3 behind David Forsyth. Richard Ogden in Mario Andretti straightaway is 10th, 0.5 behind Neil Hancock. John Astrop in White's Corner is P4, 0.3 behind Brian Patterson. Max Shepard in turn 1 is 5th, 0.4 behind John Astrop. David Forsyth in Clayton Corner is P8, 0.5 behind Mark Scott. 15 minutes remaining in the session. Max Shepard in turn 4 is 5th, 0.3 behind John Astrop. David Kelsall in Moss Corner is P7, 0.1 behind Mark Scott. Max Shepard is P5, 0.3 behind John Astrop. John Astrop is 4th, 0.4 behind Brian Patterson. David Kelsall entering the pits is P8. Max Shepard in turn 1 is P5, 0.2 behind John Astrop. David Kelsall exiting pits. John Astrop in Quebec Corner is P4, 0.4 behind Brian Patterson. Max Shepard on lap 11 is P5, 0.4 behind John Astrop. John Astrop in Mario Andretti straightaway on lap 11 is P4, 0.3 behind Brian Patterson. Max Shepard in the SEs is P5, 0.6 behind John Astrop. John Astrop in turn 1 is 4th, 0.3 behind Brian Patterson. Max Shepard in Quebec corner is P5, 0.7 behind John Astrup. John Astrup is P4, 0.3 behind Brian Patterson. Max Shepard in Mario Andretti straightaway is 5th, 0.7 behind John Astrup. John Astrup is P4. Best lap is a 1:34.591. 0.692 off the fastest lap. Max Shepard in turn 1 is P5, 0.3 behind John Astrup. John Astrup in Clayton corner is 4th. Connor McKee entering the pits is P11. Max Shepard is 5th, 0.5 behind John Astrup. 10 minutes remaining in the session. Connor McKee exiting pits. John Astrup in Mario Andretti straightaway is P4, 0.3 behind Brian Patterson. Max Shepard in the Essies is 5th, 0.5 behind John Astrup. John Astrup is P4, 0.3 behind Brian Patterson. Max Shepard from United Kingdom is P5, 0.6 behind John Astrup. John Astrup in turn 4 is 4th, 0.2 behind Brian Patterson. Max Shepard is 5th. Best lap is a 1:34.609. 0.710 off the fastest lap. John Astrup is P4, 0.1 behind Brian Patterson. Max Shepard is P5, 0.5 behind John Astrup. Connor McKee exiting pits. Brian Patterson in turn 1 is P4, 0.2 behind John Astrup. John Astrup in Clayton corner is 4th battling Brian Patterson. Connor McKee entering the pits is P12. Max Shepard from United Kingdom is P5, 0.5 behind John Astrup. John Astrup in Moss corner is P4, 0.5 behind Brian Patterson. Max Shepard in Mario Andretti straight away on lap 15 is 5th, 0.4 behind John Astrup. John Astrup from New Zealand in the Essies is P4, 0.4 ahead of Max Shepard. Max Shepard is 5th, 0.4 behind John Astrup. John Astrup is 4th, 0.3 behind Brian Patterson. Max Shepard in Quebec corner is 5th, 0.5 behind John Astrup. John Astrup in Moss corner is P4, 0.2 behind Brian Patterson. Five minutes remaining in the session. Max Shepard in Mario Andretti straight away is P5 battling John Astrup. Max Shepard passed John Astrup for 4th. John Astrup is 5th. Max Shepard in turn 1 is 4th, 0.2 ahead of John Astrup. John Astrup in Clayton corner is P5, 0.2 behind Max Shepard. Max Shepard from United Kingdom in Moss corner is P4, 0.2 ahead of John Astrup. John Astrup in Mario Andretti straight away is 5th, 0.3 behind Max Shepard. Max Shepard is 4th, 0.2 ahead of John Astrup. Mark Scott in turn 1 is 6th, 3.2 behind John Astrup. Mark Scott was 5.0 faster last lap. Max Shepard is P4. David Kelsall is P8, 3.1 behind Neil Hancock. David Kelsall was 4.5 faster last lap. Max Shepard in White's corner is 4th. John Astrup is 5th, 3.6 behind Max Shepard. Max Shepard is P4, 3.0 behind Brian Patterson. John Astrup in Mario Andretti straightaway is 5th, 3.4 behind Max Shepard. Max Shepard is 4th, 3.2 ahead of John Astrup. John Astrup in Clayton corner is 5th, 3.3 behind Max Shepard. Max Shepard in Moss corner on lap 20 is 4th, 2.9 behind Brian Patterson. The leader has just finished the race. Rene Robertson finished P1. Mikołaj Lawinski finished 11th. Glenfield finished P2. Brian Patterson finished P3. Max Shepard finished 4th. John Astrup finished P5. Mark Scott finished P6. Neil Hancock finished P7. David Kelsall finished 8th. Richard Ogden finished 9th. David Forsyth finished 10th.